my pet Boar still around?
You are kind of making sure he's still around.
No, he's going to be called Fjord.
And now you find yourself having just slain 2 goblins and a giant rat. From the side of the room, you see a long and winding staircase crudely chiseled into the rock, leading upwards somewhere. You also see a raised little surface right next to that with some rudimentary sort of rags in place of sleeping bags and a lump among them. And from where you'd confronted the 2 goblins originally, you do see a pack of damaged playing cards.
Take the playing cards.
3 of them are missing.
Okay, I'm going to start taking Fjord up the steps.
What's your affection for this piggy? Have you learned that humans and elves will only let you down, but animals can be trusted?
Yeah, and also if he takes an arrow, I can have bacon. Going up steps.
So you're walking up, Bryn sees 3 somewhat larger goblins surrounding a very obese goblin, a lion, and what Bryn immediately recognises is a small horse with a silver horn crudely attached to its head. This is the fabled unicorn that you were told about. What you also see is 2 stalagmites coming up here. There is a light source coming from, presumably a bonfire right there, a bed, and in the very corner, a pile of treasure, which is treasure but also a bunch of crap just piled up in the back.
Okay, I'm going to immediately rage, pick up the Boar and shout, "Go Fjord yourself!" Fire the goblin.
Oh, natural
That's
20.
nice! Who are you aiming for? Which goblin? The closest one?
The king.
You just lift... The boar is confused when you come
And
to
betrayed.
lift him up by the belly. Somewhat betrayed, yes. When you lift him up over your head, he looks down at you and just grunts with some fear and betrayal in his eyes. You hang back, the goblins turn around, and what? They see a pig out of the darkness, a giant wall
My
of
favourite
brown
meatloaf
fur. Arching over the first 3 goblins, it hits the goblin boss just square in the face as this boar yells, "Ah!" And the goblin similarly yells, "Ah!"
I'm pointing
And is
some
smashed
boys.
to the ground. They're not even angry. They're just surprised.
Can we see what the goblins are armed with?
One of them has a short bow. The other 2 have, their little swords. The goblin boss has like a larger sword. And we're starting off with Rack. You run up these stairs. You dart past everyone else very quickly, a flurry of feathers. Seeing this archer, you get your dart out. You throw it and it hits him in his shoulder in which he was going to initially bow with. So he comes down limp and he screams at you, but an angry scream.
So I'll be like, "Stand aside, idiots!" And then I run to the top and I'll be like,
As this sword guy, they're all just very surprised. He's surprised that this elf archer's just sort of
Appear from the shadows.
appeared from the shadows. It hits him right here in the chest, and there is a lot of blood suddenly gurgling up out of it. And you can't see this, but it's sticking straight through his body.
Can I run past him and try and lob him into the other ones?
You barrel straight into... You don't even recognise this goblin in front of you. You just sort of get your glaive out and just sort of shove him straight into this goblin boss. Edges backward, trips over the boar as he sits down on his boss and sort of lies. The arrow that was piercing through this guy's chest hits the goblin boss as well. So the archer gets his bow up again and he is going to aim straight for Yen. The arrow in his shoulder does not help and it just hits the ceiling and just
Yen
comes
laughs.
down. Fantastic.
How?
"Oh, just derisively."
No.
Show us, man.
Like
Show
this.
us.
He's going to use his bonus action to then hide. This bodyguard here, who is sitting on top of his goblin boss, just takes his turn to get up and profusely apologise to his boss. "I'm so sorry. Did the arrow? Oh no! It hit him! Oh Jesus!" Or not hit Jesus.
That's very bizarre.
Oh gods! And then this guy looks a bit more muscly than the others. He sees Bryn, and he's going to take a short sword and he's going to run straight at you, and he just he digs it into your back. The goblin boss yells, "My pets, attack!" And the unicorn doesn't really seem to be doing anything else there.
Don't give 2 shits.
That was a big
The lion, however, suddenly gets to its feet. It is going to go straight for Bryn. It runs up at you claws out, aiming for the face. It's too eager, so instead of coming at your face, it just kind of wraps itself around your shoulders as though hugging you, and you kind of just shove this lion off. So the goblin boss, he takes his movement just to try and like get up. Again, he's just gonna go for Bryn because Bryn is just in everyone's face right now. He is bringing out his scimitar because instincts have kicked in for survival. He is all about just surviving, and he comes at you just to stab you straight into your chest. As he brings this thing into your chest, and you were very muscly by the way, like you've got a lot of muscle there, so at first it just sort of sticks an inch in, but he pushes it a further few inches into your body. Really annoyed as he's just screaming, but you're probably now recognizing, oh shit,
I'm gonna die.
Marcus!
And I'll go for the one that's behind Webber, I'll take him out.
You take this saber and you just sort of slash this large gaping wound. You see spine, you see bone sticking out as you go from diagonally one side of his back, but you just hear this growling as he slowly turns around at you.
Jesus, what are these made of?
Bryn, retreat! Jesus Christ!
So I swoop in and attack the boss.
You come to bludgeon his head with the end of your quarterstaff. The motion knocks him off completely. The sword is still stuck in your body, but he has let go of it for now as he stumbles back.
As he staggers back, kind of swipe in with my
Yeah.
talons. Natural 20!
And so with that, you push him back, you come down, you keep carrying on momentum from your landing.
Stab it out of it. Kind of fingers
You just- Fingers first, straight into the throat. You feel the windpipe, and you feel as you get to the spinal column at the end, your hands just about getting around it. This thing is now gurgling, and the goblin boss is gone as you're holding on to his spinal column, and he just sort of like dangles. You're holding him up now.
Can I let go?
You let go, and he collapses to the ground, dead. And the other goblins are now terrified of this giant bird. Yen.
I'll
Because he's
kind of
shot
duck
out.
around here.
And you just see the goblin there, like holding his arrow and hoping that no one's noticing him, and then you're like, there he is.
Alright, I'll try and intimidate him as my action. Drop your weapons.
He's got wide eyes. You think, I totally did it. I've scared this guy. But he turns back to you, go fuck yourself! And he brings up his arrow, preparing to shoot for his next round.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll probably go like.
And now we are on to Bryn. Bryn! Wheezing Bryn.
Bryn,
With a
retreat!
scimitar in your chest.
Can I do an animal handling check on the lion? I just try and like calm it down and be like, I'm not gonna hurt you.
He just walks past. The bodyguard is the
So now
one
he's a
who
meerkat.
has just been slashed around the back.
Oh yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna finish him off. I'm gonna stab the fuck out of him because I'm angry.
Normally, in any other condition, you would slice this fucker's head off. But because you're bleeding and your vision's kind of going a bit, but he just gets that speed on you where he just sort of ducks it, and I mean you scrape the back a bit, which really hurts, but it doesn't do any
He
damage.
stubs his toe on the
Yeah.
ground. Can I go sit down on the bed?
You just sort of sit down on the bed and just not look at the ensuing fight.
What's a weird turn, Will? Like it starts just kind of like you just like really injured, just like pat this line on the head, just kind of walk away from it, try and stab this guy and miss, and then just go.
Okay, now we're on to the bodyguards. What's left of them at least? We're gonna go with the archer first. You've insulted him, and he is out to get you. And so he runs around the edge, bringing up his arrow, bing! And it just goes straight into your shoulder,
Damn it.
and it takes you back a bit. Now we are on to the other bodyguard. He's gonna go for Rack. He thinks he's gonna hit your wing, but it's just feathers. He just chops some of your feathers off, which annoys you, because that's your plumage. But it doesn't do any damage.
Motherfucker.
And then with that, he's like, uh-oh! He turns away. Spine bodyguard turns around, and he is going to go straight for Marcus's chest. And he just sort of scrapes across the chainmail. A few of the nicks go, but that's it. And he's like, oh, shit.
Oh.
He also uses his bonus action to disengage and follow his body over here. It is the Boar.
I want him to charge him down the stairs.
He goes straight for the one with the arrow through his body, who is limping down the stairs with his buddy. But then he quickly turns around and with a yell, "Ah!" as these tusks gore through his whole stomach and organs bursting out. And as he flicks him off and just sort of tosses him
Which
to the
one was this
side,
to?
kind of hitting, not knocking him
Oh,
over, but
arrow.
hitting his
Arrow.
friend, his dead body, his friend covered in gore now. It is the lion's turn. It looks around. He's going to go for Rack.
The boar, a
The
lion.
lion, yeah.
Why me?
Because you're a big target, and I also rolled randomly for it, so...
And cats like birds.
I got
This
that's-
lion
that's
is
how I got
somewhat
Plus
subdued
3 at
by
least. Plus 2, plus 1
Bryn's actions, and so it only half-heartedly makes a try just to kind of swing at your swing at your body. But to be honest, it just kind of like plays with your feathers instead. For a bit.
There's one terrified goblin over here cornered by a boar, right? I will probably just cast Frostbite.
Try and cast it, and really it just makes the boar a bit chilly instead. But fine.
He gets to a more stable temperature.
He's got like frosted tips, literally.
It's
The
just
unicorn
like-
now just kind of wanders over towards Bryn and just sort of chills with
Nuzzles
him.
him. Right, I'm going after spine.
Kill him good.
You run around the corner, and what
I've
you
got the
see
decapitation.
is just a real mess. You see blood and organs spattered across the wall. This boar with a kind
Fucking hell.
of weirdly frosted tusks. I don't know how that happens.
I'm charging down this goblin. I just glance at Rod, make eye contact with him. What the fuck?
You bring your saber up. This goblin is now facing you and looking up, covered in his friend's gore. And you just right to left, straight across the chest. And it opens this wide, gaping hole, and there are now more organs and blood in the general vicinity as it all pours out of him, and he collapses to the ground.
Is the lion still aggressive towards me? Actually, there's still more goblins left, isn't there? Can I fly around and attack that goblin?
It's a bit close, but you can just about get over the stalagmite.
Yeah, and
and
then
down.
drop in and attack him.
And you see the goblin just getting her arrow ready to try and get Yen, this bastard Yen.
And I drop down his head with my staff again and I'll plonk him on the head.
Just bonk him on the head. You swoop down, tap on the head, but ooh, there is a weird squelchy crunch. You bonk the head, but it just keeps going further down. It reaches the eyes, and you realise, oh, okay. As he just collapses to the ground dead, and now we are on to Yen.
Nice. Lion.
Right now, the lion just sort of looking around, seeing if anyone's going to go for it, and you guys just, you kind of stay still, and the lion,
Goes and feeds on one of the goblins, dead goblins.
it just goes to lie on the ground by the fire. You
I
are
know.
now in this cave. A lot of gore. You've disposed of these goblins in horrific ways. The
It was
boar
not a
is
clean
just-
fight.
It's not clean anyway.
I'm going to wander up very
Small-
cautiously, poke my head round and then be like, okay, good one guys, yes, excellent. I think that all went according to plan. That's good, I think we worked well as a team. I've got some points to talk about, but I think overall we can be happy with our performance.
I look at Rod and I just shake my head and walk away.
Okay, I feel small.
Air high
as a
five
minor
markers.
action. I know I can actually do something useful, guys. I am going to. Well, this takes 10 minutes, so talk amongst yourselves.
Cheers, thank you.
I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
I'm gonna start going through the pile of treasure.
I'm gonna nick the strap-on horse unicorn.
Unifier.
You really go hard for it, but it doesn't seem to want to come off for you. In fact, it just sort of annoys the horse, and it kind of rears back very quickly.
Can I do a strength test instead of strip it off?
Be warned though, this could do damage to the horse.
Well, that's why I'm doing it. I don't think you understand it. I'm gonna ring it and then like put a horn on.
This horse puts up a lot of resistance. It does not want to die. The party, you all look at this. You turn as you see Bryn just slowly trying to suffocate this poor innocent
with
horse.
a sword
With a
still in
horn
his
as
gut.
Sword still in his gut. Wrestling with this poor horse who just does not want to give up. But you bring it to the ground, you just snap its neck, and it goes limp. And I feel like some of you might be horrified by that. You snap off the horn, and it's just got some of the skin attached and some blood, and it's just like,
Hang on, was it you?
it's a horn with a bit of skin attached to it, flapping off.
No, just like the
It's
horn
gonna
was
burn
stuck
off
to
in the
its
fire, so it's just the.
So you tried to
I
rip the
think-
horn and broke my neck.
I think this is a second opportunity
So
for my
this is a
character
somewhat-
to mutter,
This
what
is
the
somewhat of a
fuck?
character moment for you all, I guess.
I'm trying really hard to concentrate on casting my fucking spell, and in the background I'm like,
I'm gonna have a fiddle through the treasure to see if I can
Okay,
find anything.
so whilst Rard is detecting magic, you instantly look around, and I want you to roll perception.
Natural 20!
And whilst he's just in the middle of casting detect magic, being useful,
I'm pouring rare powders on the floor
Yeah.
in a circle. I'm chanting. I'm communing with the spirits.
you instantly like recognise, oh,
It's a ball.
this bowl. Rod, bowl. Bowl. You now have a bowl, which is
Can I wear it as a helmet?
gold with black gems, has a red interior. You do finish off your detect magic. It is, what's the word?
Necromancy.
Necromancy. Yeah,
It's
necromantic.
necromantic dark magic emanating from this bowl, which is perched on top of
My head.
See, everyone else is like, oh, that's actually quite good, but to me, it's kind of
So
like
it's
if,
like,
if someone's
oh,
wearing a
it's
Goblin
going
hat,
here.
which I recognise belonged to Hitler. Yeah, that's.
Do I find anything else in
Yes,
this pile of treasure?
whilst you are wearing this jaunty little evil bowl on your head, you first find, like, once you're looking, panning down the back, you see there was a tunnel small enough for a goblin to escape through, which was presumably some kind of little plan B in this situation, which they just didn't have time to get to. But you do find mostly like supplies like grains and things. You see just some nice little pretty rocks that they think were gems. They're not gems, they're just rocks. You find 12 gold pieces in gold and silvers, an embroidered silk handkerchief, a bracelet of silver and blue gems, and a mirror with a silver frame, a tiger eye gemstone, and of course the unicorn horn. The lion is asleep right now by the fire.
Can I
It's
smother
it's
it?
eating the horse. Can I do an Arcana check on the bowl?
I guess I've sort of taken this off and thrown it to you.
And you throw it at me, I run quite, like I look at it from a distance, I get my stick, I sort of poke it with my stick to turn over.
You can ascertain that yes, it is somehow linked to Shar, the goddess of darkness and loss, which is, remember, you found that totem earlier.
Yes. Oh,
Similarly, Shar related, and you get the sense that this bowl, it might be of like some sort of sacrificial nature of some kind.
alright, who's got the, Will's carrying all the stuff, isn't he?
Yep.
I walk over to him kind of gingerly, because he's splattered in gore, bleeding profusely, and just sort of holding this unicorn horn in a vaguely, worryingly satisfied way. And I'm like, can I just borrow the little, little statue? I get you a little black statue.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Can we get this fucking cave yet?
And I go over and I sort of hold it and I drop it in the bowl, see if anything happens.
And everyone's just staring at you, thinking, what are you waiting for? And nothing happens.
And I go, yep, definitely vampires. Definitely, I can say without a doubt, vampires.
And so now you
Yeah.
find yourselves pretty bruised. Do you want to take a short rest? Or
I'm taking a
you-
short
Can we
rest.
do it outside this fucking cave, please?
Okay, in the mouth
Oh
of
yeah,
the
that's
cave.
true. Yeah, let's head out.
Can I bring the ball with me?
You can bring the ball with you. Remember, your purpose, your secondary purpose.
Have you done number order?
Oh, to free the captives.
20,
Yeah, that's true.
10.
Okay, I'm going to go and free those prisoners if anyone wants to come. No, if you don't,
Oh,
that's
shit,
fine.
yeah.
Well, I need,
I'll go
you,
and get
I
the-
need you to roll a perception.
That is an 8.
Yeah, so what do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna go to the mouth of the cave and just rest up. I want to heal.
Is
Okay,
anyone-
exactly
I'm
the
going to go
same.
with them because I want to get out of the cave.
Whilst Rard goes to look for the prisoners, I want you to, Rard, roll actually another perception as you walk into the deck of cards
Does gnomes
area.
have dark vision?
Yes, I have got dark
Yeah.
vision. 17.
You do notice, I previously told you near the bedding area, there was a lump. That lump
Yeah,
is-
which we've completely forgot to look at.
That lump is gone. You walk on over to the prison area where you see the three prisoners being like, "What? Where were you? Didn't you hear?" And you just see the shields on the being on the floor.
Yeah. I was
And
like, oh, I must not have heard it.
you see also that they're not in the prison because they are outside of the prison in the main area, and Lumpy is nowhere to be seen.
You made us
You
escape.
piece of shit.
Ah, fucking Lumpy. And I say,
I said we should murder.
oh, what ho, fair prisoners. I've freed you.
No, you didn't! Some goblin walked in here,
Oh.
fucking up, opened up the door, and they ran through that little hole! This was ages ago!
And you guys just stayed here? No, that doesn't matter. That's not
I
important.
heard you tell the unseen servant to... The unseen servant was bashing away with a shield and you just didn't hear.
Listen, fights are very... Okay, let's not talk about...
There were two goblins. One came in, unlocked the door, and was like, "Lumpy, wow, shit's nuts!" And they just ran through that hole.
But you said there was 2 of them.
I tried to stop one of them, Lumpy, I think. He bit me, and they ran off.
Oh, well, listen, sorry, I should come with, I should go back to my companions. They're all very exhausted from the fight. I was okay. I mean, I managed to get them through it, but they're all a bit worn out.
Can we go now?
Yeah, let's go,
You're
guys.
so very
I'll
good.
keep you safe. I'm only doing this for the reputation. I just want to, I want to get a good public image. That's the only reason I'm doing this. Could I get
And
like
defended my
an, could I
faith
get
to
like
my
an
friends.
affidavit? Can I get a quote from you? Would you say heroic, or would you say more brazen? What would you say? How would you describe?
You escort the 3 prisoners to the mountain.
Are they humans?
entrance.
2 humans, 1 elf.
2 humans, 1 elf.
Like, oh, that video.
Jesus Christ, guys. I mean, thank you so much for getting this bowl, but I mean, you don't have to make so light of the issue, but thank you. Thank you.
Well, mate, we didn't lose our children.
Good. Tip it upside down. Upside down it goes. Onto your face. We're never going to need to swim. There's too many things to pick up. Look, it's a light.
Oh my
Hours
God.
of fun.